So we're a few days away from the solar eclipse on Saturday, and this is your friendly alchemical reminder that what you are planting into the earth right now are the seeds of your intentions of what will blossom or grow in your life over this next cycle. So this is another Kundalini Chrism yoga update, your mother tongue, and we're back at the first stage of alchemy, which is calcination. And that is represented by chaos and the color black. And we've also been in the sacral chakra, right? Which is the deep waters. It's represented by water, and it's the deep emotional space in us. It's the subterranean place in us. It's the unconscious. And you might have noticed in your life over the last month or two that things have felt emotional, and deep usherings and things have come up in you. Deep feelings have come up in you because we've been in the water. And now we are crossing over into fire. So the solar plexus energy is coming in. So that's the fire element is arriving as we cross the equinox to meet the water. So in alchemy, this stage is called calcination, and that's where the prima materia, the void, it's chaos, it's the darkness, it's the black, it's the subconscious, it's the unconscious, meaning the sacral chakra area. I can't see it, but I feel stuff. So in that first stage of alchemy, fire burns up the prima materia and it burns it to ash. So when fire meets the water, which is where we are right now, the fire is coming to give us the insight, awareness of, okay, wait a second. I've now felt my way through my emotional needs and what's fitting and not fitting. I've been confronted by the void, which is an identity construct or attachments that are hindering my expansion of consciousness, which is always expanding, right? You don't arrive with consciousness. There is never an end to its expansion. So there's never an end to the cycle or this alchemical process. And you've been confronted by where there are limitations or there's a stronghold on your own expansion, right? So the fire is arriving now for us to start to take action. Fire is action. Water is just like, I'm in the emotional sort of miasma of my own feeling state. It's kind of in the darkness, but now we've crossed over into awareness. We're out of the cave and our eyes are peeking through over the equinox line, and we're having an understanding, and we're getting fire and direction. We're getting clarity and insight. So in the eclipse portal, which is like supreme chaos time or the void time, the void is where all life comes from. So you as a conscious player and participant in life, if you are aware of the fact that this is where you are alchemically, then whatever you are putting into the void with your own intention and awareness is what you are going to grow, and that's the storyline that's going to play out in your life this year. So of course, that's firstly, like most importantly, your own spiritual growth. If you spend time over the next up until Saturday and on Saturday writing about where you want to grow, what you want to release, what you want to step into, that is an act of intention or seed planting for your own growth this year, right? And also it comes down to things like, if you've always wanted to write a book, write the first page before Saturday and up and on Saturday, or a certain business, like write the business plan, register the name. If you've always wanted to do a kind of collaboration, reach out to that person, have the conversation. Take that small little act in something you know has been sitting with you, something you know you want to make. You take the small act in this window, that's you planting the intention into the void so the void can spit it back out and grow it this year with you, right? So I've done small things, like I've always wanted a sort of sacred ecology NPO, so I wrote the Constitution with my friend. You know, we did that small act. Yeah, the vision is much bigger, but we did that act during this eclipse window. And of course, I've done a lot of personal work, like what I personally want to shed and grow into on a spiritual level. So yeah, just a reminder that, you know, it's for me, the solar eclipse in the March area at the beginning of the journey, the alchemical journey, is the most powerful day to do ritual, ceremony, and magic, myth magic. You're in a myth game. The mother's body is a great play. They call it the lila, the divine play. And when we wake up in the myth and we start to work with the myth language, like we're not just a victim to the story happening to us, but if you understand this language and you go, oh, well, now I'm setting the foundation or planting the seed of the myth. Right now, that's what's happening. So if we can be conscious of that, you start to become a conscious player and participant in your own myth. Awake in the dream. Awake in the earthbound dream. So yeah, just a little reminder to try and set some time aside up until Saturday and on Saturday to do any kind of ritual, whatever feels natural to you. And put that into the ground for your alchemical growth. Okay. Sending love.